guys, today we are going to be doing something very fun that I'm also a little bit nervous about because I had this idea a little while ago. I think I was watching someone else's video. I can't remember who it was or what they were talking about in their video, but I had this idea that I kind of want to go back to some of my older videos and see what kind of looks I used to do. I've been on YouTube now for 4.5 years, like since 2018, like early 2018 or something like that. And I feel like my makeup aesthetic has changed a lot since then. So I just thought it could be fun to sort of go back to some of my earliest 3 looks 1 palette videos or like early videos like from that year when I just started YouTube to kind of see how my makeup has evolved and changed and just kind of roast some of my looks maybe that I did back then, or just see what I would have done differently. I feel like I did a video similar to this on my 3-year YouTubeversary or something like that, but not exactly the same. And I'm also excited because this video is a collab with one of my longtime friends on YouTube. I feel like this person was one of the first ones that I really kind of connected with through YouTube, and this is Nikki. If you guys don't know Nikki, you have to go watch her. I feel like every time I do like a whale tail wing, I always refer to her and for you to go check out her channel because she is amazing. She's been on the platform for about the same amount of time as I have, and I think it's going to be really fun to see just from both of our perspectives, like how she feels everything is going and just the way that she has improved her makeup skills to, you know, suit her eyes and suit her face, and the way that she does things now compared to how she used to do them. I just think it's going to be really interesting. So what I've done is I have screenshotted from my older videos. These were just completely random. I just clicked on videos, I muted them because I didn't want to hear myself talk. Because cringe, I'm sorry, but like watching back your old videos is kind of cringe. So I muted them. I kind of fast forwarded to the looks where I did kind of the close-ups in the end, and I screenshotted some that they were, like I said, pretty random, but I thought some of them were quite interesting and I want to talk about them. So if you want to see my thoughts and also go check out Nikki's thoughts, I will have her link down below in my description box. Of course, go check her out. She's amazing. I think you guys are really going to love her. I mean, she just has the funniest personality. She's so quirky and she's so colorful and so fun, and I love you, Nikki. I think you're amazing. So let's just go ahead and start with this one. So this was a look that I did with a Freak palette from Juvia's Place when this first came out. I'm not completely sure, but I think that honestly, I don't hate this look. I think this look is quite nice, and I think that it's funny to look back and just see how your makeup has evolved, because I wouldn't do my eyebrows like this these days. Like I'm way more into like the fluffy, more natural looking eyebrows, and I always used to say that I'm never going to get on that trend. Like I think that looks ridiculous, but there is something in between plastering your eyebrows to your face almost all the way up to your forehead and just doing like more natural fluffy brows. And I feel like that's kind of where I'm at. Like I really enjoy my brow pens now, and I think I used a brow pomade in this photo, but I don't hate how they look. Like I think they look okay, but I do remember having days where they just got completely out of hand and looked so thick, and like I had caterpillars on my face, and it was not a good look. But I think that this actually looks quite nice, and I like the lip product that I paired with this. I like the matte yellow in the inner corner. I wish there was a little bit more blush, because right now these days I'm like a blush whore. I can't get enough of blush, like you guys probably know that. I'm not wearing like the absolute ridiculous amount of blush today like I sometimes do, just because of the blush I was wearing. This was the most that I could get out of it, but I do wish there was a little bit more blush. But I think the eyeshadow is actually quite nice, and I'm surprised by that because I really had not been into makeup and like doing my eyeshadows for that long when I first started my channel. And so seeing this look and like the blend on it and the way it's executed, I do think that the wing is probably a little bit too big, and if I were to see that look like straight on, you'll see that in one of the other looks that I screenshotted, like the wing just looks wonky. And I've learned just from acceptance, I think that I just cannot do big wings on my hooded eyes the way that normal people do big wings, because it just doesn't look good. But overall, I honestly really like this. I think this looks nice, and I would totally recreate this and be happy wearing that for a day. Let's move on to the next one. Here is one that I feel like I would have changed a little bit if I were to sort of redo it. This is also from the same video. And I remember when I first started my channel, I really wanted to just be different. I wanted to do looks that not everybody else was doing. And sometimes I pushed it a little bit too far with that. I feel like in a sense that maybe it didn't always make sense and it looked kind of silly. I don't know where I'm getting at with this, but I just feel like sometimes I tried a little bit too hard to stand out. But I do think that the idea behind this is nice. I don't like the kind of glitter line in the crease. I think it's, number one, like not that well done. And I can tell just from the angle of this that the cut creases are not even. But I do like the idea of having like that blank space on the lid and have it be like all matte. That's not something that I would do these days because I personally just don't prefer having mattes on my lid because I find that it just doesn't wear as well on me. I don't know. I just don't really like that, and I love my shimmers way too much. But I think the idea behind this look is kind of cute. But if you're looking at my wing here and you look at the blue, you can really see like how wonky it is on the outer portion where I tried to extend it out, and it's also not thick enough in the outer portion that it kind of looks like it makes sense. Like the line across the lid needs to be a little bit thicker, I feel like, in order to look even. But I don't hate this look, and I'm wondering which lipstick I wore in this. It looks like I just wore a nude. I can't really tell from the photo. Sometimes with these close-ups that I did back in the day, I did them so quickly that it was really hard to like get a good screenshot without it being blurry. And I've learned to show off like better angles now to really, you know, show off my eye looks. But I kind of like this look too. I do feel like the brows maybe are a little much in this photo, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Also a little bit more blush maybe, but again, not bad. This next look, I'm realizing now that I used to like matte looks more than I thought I did, because this is mostly an all matte look, especially on the outer, like the outer portion of my eyelids. I don't think the blend is very good though. Like I feel like I just slapped on a pink eyeshadow and forgot to blend the edges, and the outer corners look really bad. But I like the contrast between the light blue shimmer and the pink. I think that actually looks quite nice. I'm not the biggest fan of the lipstick choice. I think that's a little bit too clashy and a little bit too much, and I don't like that tone of pink to go with the tone of pink on the eyes. I think it's kind of like, kind of Barbie-y. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but again, I like the idea of this look. I like the color combinations. I really like that I tried different things and just had fun with it, because I feel like if I hadn't gone through that phase of playing with makeup in this way, I wouldn't have gotten to the point where I'm at today, because there's always going to be trial and error when it comes to getting good at makeup. And in order to get good at makeup, you're gonna have to have a lot of fails. You're gonna have to try things that don't work for your eye shape. And I basically did that on camera because I started basically my makeup journey on YouTube, and I didn't really know what I was doing before that. So I feel like everything that I've learned and I don't know, like evolved in the way that my makeup is today is from just having documented all of it on YouTube for you guys. So I don't know, it's fun to look back. I don't hate this look, but I also don't love it, and I would definitely do it differently today. And I also wouldn't do as thick of a black wing again. Extend the wing too far, I feel like with my eyes open it's gonna look wonky, and that's something that you'll see a lot. I just didn't want to accept the fact that I couldn't do wings in that way. Like I just wanted to be able to do what everybody else was doing and have it look the same way, but it just doesn't. Next up, this one I find to be kind of interesting, because looking at it at first glance, it's not bad. Like it's not bad. I like the idea behind this look, but first off, the cut creases are very uneven, and I feel like I should have cut my crease higher. This might have also been in the beginning of me trying to do cut creases and not really knowing what I was doing. So I definitely could have improved my technique, but again, I was just learning, and that's totally fine. But if I were to redo that, I would definitely cut the crease higher. I would pull the yellow up higher. I would have done more of a diagonal blend on the lid. I find that to look a little bit better. And also looking at this, I'm like, that eyeshadow doesn't look like it performed that well. Like the outer corners of my eye are kind of patchy and just not very well blended, and I'm wondering if that was me or if it was the eyeshadows that I was wearing, because I don't remember what I wore in this video, but I don't like the way that my outer corners kind of look. Like they just don't look very rich, I guess. Like there's just patchiness going on, and I don't like the way that it blends together. I feel like I could have done a better job with this, but I do like the lip color that I chose with this. And this, I remember, was a look that I did for a date night, and I really felt pretty in this, but I think that if I were to redo it, I would have done it a little bit better. Here's a look that I wanted to screenshot and I didn't have any close-ups of it, but I wanted to include it in this video anyway because I remember being just so proud of this look. I remember really liking this look and being like, oh my god, this looks amazing. And I did this look with the Certified Destiny palette. Hands up if you remember this palette, because this is an old palette. Like I said, these videos are old, man. Like this was when the Destiny palette first came out and this brand just doesn't even exist anymore. And I really enjoy that palette. I had so much fun with it. I'm pretty sure I've decluttered it now just because it was old and I hadn't used it in a while. And also since the brand doesn't exist, you know, I didn't want to keep it around because who cares, right? But I really enjoy this look and I like this color combination. I think that's really, really nice. Like I would totally do that again today and just maybe blend a little bit more on the outer edge, on the outer corner. I feel like it's not completely blended, but other than that, I really like the eyes. I think that the lipstick is a choice. I'm not sure I would have picked a bright pink lip to go with that look, but it does kind of match what's in my crease and it kind of goes with my hair and I don't hate it. Again, face makeup doesn't look great. I wish there was just a little bit more color. I feel like I don't know if the foundation is too light or the lighting is just bad because I do think I was using natural lighting then. This also might have been right after I got my lighting set up and I didn't know exactly how to use it or how to like switch to white balance on my camera, but it could be the lighting, it could be the foundation, but I don't think my base looks that good. I definitely could have improved on that, but I think the eye makeup looks really nice. Next one though, this one I don't really like at all, and this was from, oh okay, so this was from the same video. I'm seeing now that obviously the lighting changes are quite drastic because I feel like I can see my base color and my foundation color more in the close-ups in this photo and it looks okay, but I don't like this eye look. I find that having a very light eyeliner on my eyes just doesn't look good. Like it just looks so much better and so much more flattering having something black close to the lash line, especially when I have hooded eyes. Like I think that doing really bright, colorful, big wings on someone who don't have hooded eyes looks better than doing it on someone with hooded eyes. And that's just something that I feel like looks better. If you rock that, then good for you. But I just feel like this doesn't look good on me. And I also hate the lip choice for this. I remember back when I used to wear these were, I think, the Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks, and I was like, oh, cool tone lipsticks are so underrated. But looking back now, I'm like, I see why people didn't wear them that often because it really doesn't look that good. And again, going back to the eyes, I don't think the blend is very nice. I think it's kind of not a boring eye look, but I don't like the way this looks, and my lashes look crazy in that. Like, what did I do with them? Yeah, I'm not a fan of that look. This next one, it made me really happy to see this because I feel like I actually wasn't that bad at doing this kind of stuff back then either. And I thought that I had improved a lot, but honestly looking back at this, I'm like, that looks pretty good. Like I would easily have seen myself doing that look today and I would have enjoyed it because I think that looks nice. And I remember doing this all with eyeshadow. So making that very sharp line with eyeshadow, I think that looks nice. I think that looks nice. Like I said, I really enjoy that shape, and I think this was my first time doing that. I think this was my first time doing a graphic look. How exciting is that? And I like the color combination. I think it's interesting. The lip, again, is a choice. I do remember being in the liquid lipstick phase where I just wanted to play with all of the different colors and all of the fun formulas and just try everything. And I don't really do that anymore. Like I'm very basic when it comes to my lip choices. And I just feel like, it just shows off the eye makeup a little bit better when you don't clash so much. Not that this clashes, but I just don't love that look. I do think it was executed well, but in overall, I wouldn't have done it the same way. I definitely would have just chosen a different lipstick to go with this. Like if you wanted to go bold, maybe do like a black would have looked really cool with this. But I'm happy to see that graphic looks were a thing back then too. Let's move on to this one. Oh my god, I saw this and I screenshot it and I was like, wow, that actually looks really nice. Like I love that color combo and that blend. That blend is honestly really, really, really nice. Like I am impressed by my former self. Like I did that. Again, lip choice, not so sure, but I do like that I'm wearing a little more blush in this look, but I feel like the blush placement is way different than what I do now. You probably noticed that I mostly focus my blush like up here now because I find that it suits my face shape a little bit better. I think that putting the blush here down on the apples of my cheeks kind of makes my cheeks look bigger and just a little puffier. I don't know. And I just don't think that that is the best thing for my face personally. I think that kind of pushing it up a little bit looks better. But this eye look is beautiful. This was using the ColourPop Chasing Rainbows palette. I really enjoy that palette. I don't think I have it anymore. I don't think I have a lot of ColourPop palettes anymore. I think it's just because I haven't really bought a lot of them lately, and I decluttered a lot of the monochromatic ones that I had because I just never used them, and I haven't bought any. Have I bought more than one ColourPop palette this year? I don't think so. I think the only one that I have, it's not even here, it's in the back. It's the Stone Cold Fox, I think it's called. I think that's the only one that maybe not the only one that I have left in my collection, but I just don't have a lot of ColourPop. But looking at this kind of makes me want to get more ColourPop because this looked really, really nice, and I'm very happy with that look. The next one I screenshotted also just made me so happy because it made me realize that, listen, I did dots and graphic liners and stuff like that before it became popular. Like, I've been doing this for a long time. Like, I invented it. Okay, I'm kidding, but I've been there, done that, okay? Like, I've done this for a long time. And I will say, I think the graphic or the little dots is the only good thing about this look. Because looking up close, I mean, listen, that blend is almost non-existent and it doesn't look very good. It just looks like I slapped a lot of pink eyeshadow all over my lid and then tried to blend the edges and kind of failed. It doesn't look horrible, but if you really examine it and you look at it closely, yeah, it doesn't look that great. But from far away, I'm sure it looked amazing. But I do really enjoy the little yellow dots. I think those are fun. And I don't hate the lipstick with this look either. I think it goes with my hair. And this makes me wish that I had red hair again. But I need to not go back down that route because my hair cannot handle it. My hair is so fragile right now. I need to just give it a break because, yeah, I don't want to lose my hair. Let's just put it that way. But it did look really nice. I think red was one of my favorite colors that I ever did. Let's talk about this last one. So I don't know how many of these, I feel like I screenshotted maybe 10 of them or so. Let me know if you want to see more of this in the future because obviously I've been on YouTube for like over 4 years. I have plenty of looks to show you. But this was exciting for me to see because this was my first time ever trying to do like a big wing for hooded eyes. And this is kind of where it all started and me trying to experiment with different wing shapes and just trying to get to know my eye shape a little bit better and not trying to do what everybody else was doing because I realized, listen, that doesn't work for me. I need to figure out my own way to do this. And even though it's not perfectly executed, it's not, you know, it's obviously not perfect because it was my first time doing it. I like seeing that this was where it all began. And even though I don't like this look, I don't really like the blush placement. I don't love the highlighting choice. I don't like the lipstick. It is what it is, right? But I think the idea behind the look is totally there and I could for sure see myself doing something very similar but just executed in a way that makes a little bit more sense for myself now. And I feel like I'm at a point now where I'm very comfortable with knowing what suits my eyes since I do have such hooded eyes. I just have to do my makeup differently. And I also feel like since I started wearing lashes, I feel like I can pull off more different styles. And I don't know if it's because the lashes kind of helped me make that eye shape look the way that I wanted to or because it kind of hides my hoods a little bit more. But like I really like this look. Like I think it looks very kind of cat eye and I don't know, I just feel cool. But yeah, if you want to see some other cool looks, I mean, listen, go check out Nikki. Like I said, Nikki and I have been friends for such a long time and she is just such an amazing human being and I think that she's going to teach you guys a lot. If you like my channel and you like my looks, you're going to like her channel, her looks too. And she focuses on a lot of the same brands I do. We have a lot in common. She also uses more affordable makeup, which I think is nice because I don't really do that. I'm mostly just into indie brands because that is what I enjoy. But she uses some Makeup Revolution and some other drugstore brands in Europe as well. So please go check her out. Like I said, she is amazing and I had so much fun doing this video. Like I said before, let me know if you want to see more of these. I can absolutely do that because I have so many looks we can go through. Maybe a little bit traumatizing for me having to flip through all of my older videos, but I would do it for you guys. Let me know and I can probably do that. But yeah, if you want to see another video that you might enjoy, I'll put one up here, just a random one. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.